Hey, 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 welcome to Sunshine's Conversations with Dragons. It is Memorial Day. I know that it is a whole lot later than you are used to getting your reading. My apologies. I kind of took most of the day off to rest and rejuvenate myself, which was much needed. So, here I am, starting a little late with you guys, but you know, I didn't want the whole day to go and not say anything. So we're gonna do this reading and get this party started. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine spirit, spirit guides, unicorns, dragons, gods, and goddesses. Thank you for being present with us here today, assisting us on our highest possible path. Your presence is always welcome, and I am so grateful. So, I hope that you have spent some good time with some family and did some amazing things, rested, whatever it is that you needed. I myself had a very busy weekend, which I was very grateful for, but I will tell you that I was tired today, so I did take some time for myself. I did take some time for myself, so you know, I talk about that all the time, making sure you're getting enough rest and things like that. And so I thought that was kind of fitting, that over the weekend I got to spend some time with some family. I adjusted my schedule, which was very much necessary because I was in need of that. You know, family recharging me and reminding me of some things that I hadn't really put enough time and attention into. So I was in need of those things. So yeah, having some technical difficulties with the camera, adjusting at the angles and stuff like that. So yeah, I got a little sun kiss today. In any case, the green dragon helps you to tune in to the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. So, being out in nature is such a beautiful thing, and it is actually very necessary. You know, sometimes we're like all over the place and we can't seem to settle down or settle into the space where we can focus on things or be in the moment, because we're all over the place, and nature actually helps you tune into that. So you know, when you take the time to walk in the grass and get grounded, it's a beautiful thing. It helps bring back, get your head out the sky, so to speak, you know, so you're not floating off every which way, or your brain is not going a zillion miles a minute. Even if it's a little time that you take to be in nature, it's a beautiful thing because it does ground you, and it brings you back to center and helps you to redirect the energy and focus on whatever it is that you're needing to do that for. So it does help you to align yourself, like getting back centered, which is beautiful. And what I love, that we got this beautiful, because this card is absolutely beautiful. The green dragon is beautiful, and it's just like being in nature is the key. Getting that card and then turning around and getting the meditation brings answers is like, hey, now what if What if you actually took time to meditate in nature? What would that feel like? Because that is amazing. Now, the pool is not nature by far, but it is water. And I have to tell you that when I float in the pool and meditate, it is the most beautiful experience being in water and being able to do that. Because I actually did that. That's actually how I was in contact with, my spirit guides. I wanted to know that they were around me, and I asked for a sign. And it's the very first time I had done that, and I was like, give me a sign. And of course I know that water amplifies everything. And so I was like, give me a sign. And here comes this beautiful turquoise dragonfly on my nose. And like it has different shades of blues and teals, and it was so pretty. And if you think about how fast they move and how fast their wings are moving like this, at such a high rate of speed, for me to actually be able to see that, the color and that detail, because it landed on my nose of all things, right? And you open your eyes and you're like, what the world? Yes. So, get grounded. Get grounded out there in nature. Take some time to walk outside. Go to the park. Most parks have a lot of trees and grass and stuff like that. And, I have to say that it was a time that I wasn't a outdoorsy girl, because I would have asthma flare-ups, and so it didn't allow for me to be outside like I like to be, because it was hot and I would just flare up. And if you know anything about Texas heat, it ain't nothing nice. And so big difference from where I grew up at, and so it was an adjustment. In any case, now let me outside, I'm gone. I got my feet in the grass. I'm gonna go play on the swing. But if you have questions that you are that you're thinking about, or that you're struggling to find answers to, this card says meditation brings about answers. It brings answers. And so we talk about meditation all the time. We also talk about trying to get our mind to quiet so that we can hear. Sometimes it's not necessarily the silence that you're needing. The meditation, of course, yes, but not necessarily the silence, because sometimes we overlook things, and sometimes we need to see all of the million things floating through our poor little head. Okay, to acknowledge it, because it's important. Maybe not in the specific order that it shows up, but those things are important. But it's important to acknowledge it so that you can get to where you can get the answers that you're seeking. Because it will show up. The angels will show up for you. Your dragons will show up for you. Divine shows up for you. And you just, like I said, acknowledge. Thank you. Okay, you can go. And you move that stuff on until you get to the answers that you're looking for. And so we got here the Eagle Mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Ooh. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the wings of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Now, I had an amazing weekend, right? And so sometimes we struggle. I struggle still from time to time dealing with certain situations, right? Because ego likes to get in the way. Ego likes to get in the way. And so over the weekend, I was able to take time to speak with one of my loved ones, and reminded me sharing something enlightened her, and her listening enlightened me. It reminded me of how far I have come, and I have to walk the talk. So when you tell somebody that you're doing something, or this is where you are in your life, you cannot allow things that upset you to take you back from where you are. Like if you were in a bad place, say an uncomfortable place, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever, that you were in a place that was not healthy for you, right? You cannot allow anyone or anything to trigger you to take you back in that same space that was unhealthy for you, because you've come too far. And so the conversation that I had actually reminded me of that, and I had to say, okay, let me take this deep breath, and let me forgive. And that's what I did. I took the time to say, okay, I forgive you, let's talk. Because I had been stuck in a place. I'm very strong-minded and strong-willed, and sometimes that's very difficult when you are like, I'm not going to let anybody screw me over, and screw you for saying these things or reacting this way or treating me this way. Well, you don't have to always talk to them. But again, the forgiveness is for you. It's for you to be able to move forward. And if you never, ever talk to that person again, that's fine. Because it's just to release you from being stuck in that same situation. And so you are on a spiritual journey, right? And so we do have to let go of the past, because the past, if we allow it, it will hold us hostage, and we have come too far. We have come too far. We have so much wisdom within us, so much knowledge, and it's so much of us that we have to share with the world, that we cannot allow for the past to hold us hostage any longer. So whatever that is, it is definitely time to let go of it. Sit in nature, do the meditation, and release the things that, again, no longer serve you, so that you can move forward and share your light with the world. Until next time, I am sending you love, light, and hugs. Smile. You are loved, and that is a beautiful thing.